Hey, Cowboys Nation! Today, we are diving into one of the most intriguing stories in the NFL coaching landscape right now, focusing on a defensive mind whose name has been generating serious buzz. Brian Flores. For years, Flores has earned recognition as one of the league's sharpest defensive strategists, consistently showing an ability to elevate the players under his guidance and adapt to any challenge thrown his way. His reputation is not just built on schemes and playbooks, but on his capability to inspire, lead, and extract performance beyond what many expect, regardless of roster limitations. Now, as the Dallas Cowboys face a period of reflection and recalibration on the defensive side of the ball, Flores represents a potential turning point, and the timing of his availability has everyone in the football world talking. With the current situation in Minnesota, Flores' contract is approaching its end, which makes him a rare high-level candidate who could realistically be approached without the typical complications that come with top-tier coordinators. The Cowboys' defensive staff has been under scrutiny after a season filled with highs and lows, and there's an unmistakable urgency to redefine the defensive identity. Flores' name continues to surface in league conversations because of his proven ability to blend innovative strategies with disciplined fundamentals, and the possibility of bringing him to Dallas has ignited the imagination of fans who are eager to see the team reclaim its defensive strength. Looking at the broader picture, the Cowboys have been at a crossroads for a while. The challenges faced under Matt Eberflus' recent tenure have been well documented, from struggles in key defensive areas to difficulties in maintaining consistency throughout the season. With departures of important players and gaps that need immediate attention, the need for a defensive leader who can reshape the unit is clear. Flores is known for taking complex defensive situations and turning them into organized, efficient, and often dominant performances. His arrival could provide the Cowboys not only with tactical brilliance, but with a culture of accountability and resilience that has sometimes been missing. Flores' career offers a roadmap of experience that is both deep and varied. Beginning in New England, he honed his skills as a linebackers coach, quickly absorbing the intricacies of defensive play calling and learning to manage personnel at the highest level. His time with the Patriots showcased his aptitude for adaptability and strategic thinking, as he was thrust into significant responsibilities early on and excelled in creating schemes that maximized the strengths of his players. Transitioning to the Miami Dolphins as head coach presented new challenges, with roster construction and offensive limitations putting additional pressure on him to deliver. Yet, even in those conditions, his defenses were disciplined, versatile, and capable of keeping the team competitive against some of the league's toughest defenses. More recently with Minnesota, Flores has maintained a standard of defensive efficiency despite facing constraints on offense, demonstrating that his methods are effective across different environments and levels of support. Week after week, his defenses continue to execute with intelligence and precision, proving that his coaching principles translate into tangible results regardless of circumstances. What sets Flores apart is his unique combination of strategic innovation and adherence to fundamentals. He reads opposing offenses with remarkable acuity, adjusts strategies on the fly, and positions his players to make the most of their opportunities. This skill set could be transformative for a Dallas team that has struggled to find a consistent defensive identity in recent seasons. A coach like Flores brings not only a plan for immediate improvement, but also a framework for long-term success, one that is capable of turning a talented but inconsistent unit into a cohesive and highly competitive force. His reputation as one of the top defensive minds in the NFL is well-earned, based on an ability to design schemes that create advantages, exploit opponent weaknesses, and ensure that his teams are consistently prepared for high-stakes matchups beyond X and O's. Flores also brings a human element that cannot be understated. He is respected throughout the league for his professionalism, his commitment to building relationships with players, and his insistence on accountability and discipline. For a team like the Cowboys, which possesses immense talent but has occasionally lacked cohesion and direction on defense, this kind of leadership could be game-changing. Flores has shown repeatedly that he can adapt to the strengths and weaknesses of his roster, developing strategies that highlight talent while minimizing exposure to mistakes. Bringing him into the fold would be about more than just play calling. It would signal a commitment to creating a defensive culture rooted in intelligence, effort, and execution. Of course, any potential acquisition comes with its challenges. Minnesota may seek to retain him through an extension or additional incentives, adding layers of negotiation and uncertainty. Hiring a coach of Flores' caliber is never simple, and the intricacies of NFL contracts, negotiations, and organizational philosophies all come into play. Yet the very fact that the Cowboys are engaged in these conversations speaks volumes about their ambitions and the potential impact Flores could have if he were to join the team. History shows that he thrives in competitive, high-pressure environments, consistently molding defenses into units that are not only efficient, but capable of dominating opponents. For Dallas, which is determined to contend at the highest level, his expertise could be the catalyst for a transformation in both performance and culture. Evaluating Flores' career reveals a pattern of adaptability and tactical mastery. Whether in New England, Miami, or Minnesota, he has consistently found ways to maximize the talents at his disposal, overcoming roster limitations and ensuring that his teams are competitive. His approach is disciplined yet flexible, combining traditional defensive principles with the modern adjustments needed to face sophisticated offenses in today's NFL. For the Cowboys, who have struggled to maintain a reliable defensive identity, Flores' arrival could mark a turning point, creating a system that not only performs well immediately, but is also built to sustain success over the long term. His influence would extend beyond play design, encompassing leadership, culture building, and player development, all areas in which the Cowboys have room for growth. Looking at the challenges and opportunities ahead, it is clear that hiring Flores would require strategic foresight. While his contract situation makes him available, Minnesota still holds some leverage. Flores' reputation as a defensive innovator means any team pursuing him must present a compelling vision. Dallas has the resources, talent, and organizational ambition to offer such an opportunity, making this one of the most intriguing potential moves in recent memory. The chance to build a defense capable of contending for a Super Bowl, combined with the visibility and expectations of playing in a high-profile market, creates a scenario that is likely to appeal to a coach with Flores' competitive drive. Continuing on the topic of Brian Flores and his potential impact on the Dallas Cowboys, it is impossible to overstate the significance of bringing in a defensive mind of his caliber. Flores has proven that he is capable of transforming defenses not just on paper, but in the way teams execute at every level of the game. His schemes consistently emphasize balance, situational awareness, and adaptability, allowing his players to react intelligently to any situation on the field. For a team like Dallas, which has struggled to maintain defensive consistency and identity over recent seasons, Flores represents not only a chance to improve performance, but to redefine the very DNA of the defensive unit. His presence would likely influence every aspect of the defensive game plan, from pre-snap adjustments to late-game situational strategies, ensuring that the Cowboys are prepared to handle the most challenging offensive attacks the league can throw at them. Flores' ability to build resilient and intelligent defenses has been a hallmark of his career in New England. He absorbed a system steeped in tradition and expectations, learning how to maximize every player's contribution while maintaining strict discipline across the board. Moving to Miami, he was faced with different circumstances, including a developing quarterback situation and roster challenges that required meticulous management. Despite these obstacles, his defenses in Miami reflected creativity, adaptability, and a capacity to adjust on the fly, traits that have now carried into his tenure with Minnesota. There, even with offensive limitations and roster gaps, Flores has continued to demonstrate that his schemes are effective, consistently finding ways to keep his team competitive. This adaptability is exactly what makes him an ideal candidate for Dallas, where the defensive side of the ball has sometimes struggled to find cohesion and reliability. The Cowboys have long been recognized for their offensive prowess, but to truly contend for a Super Bowl, balance is essential. Flores' arrival could bring that balance, creating a defense capable of not just keeping games close, but dictating them through smart play, disciplined execution, and strategic innovation. His systems put players in positions to succeed, leveraging their strengths while minimizing vulnerabilities, which is particularly valuable for a team in transition. Beyond the X and O's, Flores also has a proven ability to instill culture and accountability. His approach fosters a mindset where every player understands their role, respects the process, and strives to execute at the highest level. For a Cowboys defense that has at times appeared disjointed or inconsistent, this cultural shift could be just as important as any tactical change. Hiring Flores is not without challenges. Minnesota may push to retain him with contractual incentives or extensions, which means Dallas would need to approach negotiations thoughtfully and strategically. Any move at this level requires careful consideration of resources, timing, and long-term vision. Yet the potential upside is enormous. Flores has repeatedly shown that he can transform defenses into cohesive, high-performing units capable of competing at the highest levels of the league. His ability to adjust to different rosters, manage high-pressure situations, and develop players' skills ensures that his influence extends beyond immediate results, establishing a foundation for sustained success for the Cowboys, a team determined to compete for championships. This is exactly the kind of leadership that can bridge the gap between potential and achievement. Another key factor is Flores' capacity to elevate individual players while maintaining overall unit efficiency. His coaching philosophy emphasizes understanding player strengths, maximizing those skills within the scheme, and promoting communication and awareness across the defense. This method improves individual performance while enhancing collective output, creating a defense that is not only technically sound but also mentally sharp. For Dallas, which boasts talented athletes but has sometimes struggled with execution and consistency, Flores' guidance could be transformative. He has consistently demonstrated the ability to improve players' football IQ, enhance decision-making on the field, and ensure that schemes are executed with precision, all of which directly contributes to wins and postseason competitiveness. From a strategic standpoint, Flores brings a level of preparation and foresight that few coordinators can match. His ability to study opponents, anticipate tendencies, and adjust mid-game is a defining feature of his coaching style. The Cowboys would benefit immensely from this strategic acumen, particularly in the playoffs where defensive execution often determines outcomes. Flores' systems are designed to be adaptable, resilient, and capable of overcoming challenges, which aligns perfectly with Dallas' ambitions to build a defense that can withstand pressure and deliver in critical moments. His impact would likely extend from game planning to practice habits, player development, and the cultivation of a defensive mindset focused on discipline, resilience, and consistent execution. Moreover, Flores' career trajectory underscores his ability to thrive under pressure. He has faced a variety of scenarios, from high-expectation franchises to teams in rebuilding phases, and in every context, his defenses have performed at a high level. This versatility is crucial for a Cowboys team that has experienced fluctuations in defensive performance and is seeking a leader capable of navigating the complexities of the modern NFL. Flores' expertise in identifying strengths, exploiting weaknesses, and building schemes that maximize the potential of his players makes him a rare asset, one that could help Dallas achieve a defensive identity capable of competing with the league's best. Before we roll on, subscribe to Cowboys Wire News, drop a like, and turn on the bell. Your support keeps the Dallas Cowboys updates coming. Tell us what you think in the comments. A storm of whispers has begun to circle the Dallas Cowboys after an explosive quote attributed to quarterback Dak Prescott echoed through league insiders. According to sources close to the locker room, Prescott was overheard delivering a blunt ultimatum: if he comes back, I'm out of the Cowboys. The identity of he has not been officially confirmed, which only deepens the intrigue and fuels speculation across the NFL landscape. Some believe the comment points toward a possible return of a former franchise figure, someone whose presence could dramatically alter the power dynamics inside the team. Others suggest it may involve a high-profile player or coach whose comeback would signal a philosophical shift the current quarterback is unwilling to accept. What makes the situation more volatile is Prescott's status as the face of the franchise, a leader whose words carry weight both on the field and inside the front office. Around the league, rival executives are quietly monitoring the situation, sensing an opportunity should tensions escalate. Prescott has long been viewed as loyal to Dallas, repeatedly emphasizing stability, culture, and trust. That is why this rumored statement, sharp and uncompromising, has raised eyebrows. If true, it suggests a breaking point has been reached behind closed doors inside the Cowboys organization. Silence reigns. No public denials, no confirmations, just carefully measured responses that do little to calm the rumor mill. Fans, meanwhile, are split. Some side with Dak Prescott, believing the team should protect its franchise quarterback at all costs. Others argue that no single player should dictate organizational decisions, no matter how prominent. For now, the Cowboys sit at the center of a narrative defined not by performance, but by uncertainty. Whether this ultimatum was emotional, strategic, or taken out of context remains unclear. What is clear is that one potential return could trigger a departure no one in Dallas is prepared to imagine. That's a wrap from Cowboys Wire News. For breaking Cowboys updates, subscribe, drop a like, and turn on the bell. Tell us your take in the comments.